jump into that. And Sapkowski's writing, incredible.
Yeah. PlayStation or Xbox?
PC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're a PC gamer?
Yeah.
What, was that from when you were young? Or?
Yes. Yeah, my dad got me into that when I was very, very young.
This Man of Steel is for sure a man of culture. And once you get him started on gaming, good luck shutting him up. During a Witcher press event, another host casually poked at Henry's hobby, and that was it, game over. From that moment on, she couldn't get a word in if she tried. It turned into the Henry Cavill show. He even roped Joe Beatty into the nerd spiral. Let's just say this is the most telling 8-word conversation in history between two dudes.
Henry, let's start with you.
Specifically which universe, or just...
I mean, just anything.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
How long have you got?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
You've got so many and I've got none.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, how much time do we have? Ruling out The Witcher.
Yeah, no, The
Okay.
Witcher. Okay.
I mean, the easy answer is Warhammer 40,000. That is my jam. I have been into it since I was 10.
What's your army at the moment?
Custodes.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm going Necrons next year.
Wait. Oh.
Okay, all right, cool.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Were you
Shall we-
into?
Yes.
Wow, we could talk for hours.
Yeah, no, so yeah, that's my jam, and that's the stuff I do in my free time.
Yep, that's it. That's all it takes for two adult professionals to become best bros. But when you think about it, Cavill being both a hardcore nerd and a ripped Hollywood hunk is a straight-up anomaly. Even Jimmy Kimmel couldn't wrap his head around it. So when the Argyle actor stopped by his late-night show, Jimmy had to ask the obvious question everyone's dying to know. As it happens, Henry's unapologetic response makes it clear he's a total Chad.
Are you a nerd? Are you really a nerd? Because I was looking on your...
anymore, guys.
You don't look like a nerd. You look like the opposite of a nerd.
Right.
You look like the quarterback or even, the offensive lineman or something like that. You're a big, handsome, muscular guy, and yet you have hobbies, the hobbies of a nerd. Would you...
I do, yes.
And this is, you're painting, what is this thing you're painting?
That is it's a helmet.
Okay.
A very small helmet, obviously.
Tiny little helmet. And this is the full figure.
And that is a body attached.
This man is single-handedly smashing stereotypes, proving nerds can be hot AF. You can't help but be down bad for him when he passionately geeks out. Just ask Vanessa Kirby and she'll tell you exactly how dangerous that combo is.
Easily impressed.
No.
I know some people who have done genuinely, seriously impressive stuff. And watching Tom do these stunts, especially in the mountains in that helicopter, I just thought, okay, I'm officially impressed. This is ridiculous what he's doing. And
Here's where his gamer cred hits legendary. Wait till you hear what happened when Hollywood itself tried to crash the man's session. On the Graham Norton show, Henry admitted he was so deep in the zone that he was literally about to gamble away the biggest opportunity of his career. But hey, you don't just walk away mid-raid, right?
You nearly lost quite an important job.
Absolutely, yeah. I was playing a game called World of Warcraft. And,
I've heard of all of them.
Yeah. And I missed the call from Zack Snyder to tell me I got Superman.
But did you hear the phone ringing?
I did.
And you chose to ignore it?
Absolutely.
Did you win the video game?
Sadly, no. But I did call Zack back afterwards.
Oh yeah, that was wise.
Yeah.
Be honest, what's the craziest thing you ever ditched because you were locked in the trenches? Still, that wasn't the last time his World of Warcraft obsession clashed with Superman. At the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con, a fan pressed him about it. Let's just say getting jacked up, tough filming conditions, and the hardcore stunts have nothing on Clark Kent. At the end of the day, his biggest struggle is exactly the same as us mere mortals.
Have you gotten back on it, and what level are you in?
Actually, I have not gotten back into it. I've had no time, and as I think anyone who knows that game in particular knows that it becomes a bit of an addiction, and I need to sleep, so I eat.
No matter how painful it's been for him, the dude begrudgingly learned his lesson of not mixing business with pleasure. But you know what? Sometimes it feels like Henry became an actor just to fulfill his role-playing fantasies. After all, while starring in The Witcher, he showed he wasn't just acting as Geralt. The geek was straight up living this real-life RPG. Of course, he had to go all in for it. Cavill's version of method isn't some tortured Hollywood routine or sending castmates rats. Looking at you, Jared Leto, it's just going full Lord Goblin.
So these are books that you read as a kid, and now you get to play the character.
I didn't read the books as a kid. I played the games. They released a game called Witcher 3 it's about 5 years ago now. Played that game to the death.
Really?
And then I heard it was coming out. I met the showrunner, and that's when I learned there were books. Read the books, and I realized I was missing out on a whole world of this stuff because I've been into the fantasy genre since I was a kid. Since before I could read, my dad was reading me fantasy books.
It doesn't stop there. He casually flexed how he knows every little detail about every on-screen adaptation like Game of Thrones. You have to hear which fierce character he modeled Geralt after.
Just from looking at the clip today. Now that's your character.
Geralt.
Geralt, okay. And then you've got the Khaleesi, and you've got the same hair as the Khaleesi.
We do.
Yeah.
I modeled myself off Khaleesi. I made people call me Khaleesi or Amelia on set, because otherwise I was like,
Amelia,
no eye
that's
contact, I want to be Amelia or Khaleesi. Call me Mother of Dragons, I'm fine.
Basically, he's that guy in your Discord who wins every lore debate. Ain't no way he'd sacrifice his loyalty to source material. And because of that, he made the most painful decision that both gutted fans and earned him mad respect. Yep, I'm about to poke the still oozing wound of Cavill walking away from The Witcher, especially after he literally hounded the producers to cast him as Geralt of Rivia and carried the show on his back.
It was not even a year ago where Henry very publicly said that he is committed to doing the planned 7 seasons of the Netflix Witcher on one condition. That condition being that the writers can manage to tell great stories while honoring the source material this show is apparently meant to be based on. Now,
okay, well that actually does f***ing indicate something.
And if you've been listening closely, you'd know the dude's more heartbroken than us, though he did open up more about his notorious exit with Josh Horowitz.
Yeah, it's just about belief. If you believe what you're doing is the right thing, then you'll be able to keep on doing it. It's also important to know that if you realize you're doing the wrong thing, that's when you stop doing the wrong thing. You don't just keep on going just because that leads down a dark path.
Sadly, this isn't just a Witcher problem. We've seen writers butcher Rings of Power into a mess no Tolkien fan asked for. And don't get any Game of Thrones nerds started on the horror that was the last seasons. These so-called show writers betray the actual source material everyone fell in love with and think the trashy fanfic they're producing is a genius move. So Cavill just did what any self-respecting true fan would do: rage quit before it got uglier. But after leaving this franchise, Henry still had to unlock one final side quest in his gamer boy journey. You could call it his long overdue most exciting project till now. No, not another blockbuster movie, get real guys. I'm talking about building something that had the whole internet drooling.
Did you kind of build your own gaming PC?
I have not quite ventured into building my own myself. I have had custom PCs over the years. That will be the next project. As soon as I find enough time and the bravery, I might put my own PC together.
And when this legend locks his target, he ain't missing. So this nerd casually dropped a thirst trap that should frankly be illegal. Okay, no, for real, he still has some Hollywood projects he'd been wanting to check off his list. Props to this reporter who stopped Henry at a red carpet and asked him the only question that matters. And the Enola Holmes actor won't let anyone butt in when he's answering this one.
What video game would you like to see turned into a Netflix movie or series starring yourself?
That's a very good one. Well, that's a tricky one because you're tying both an IP and a company together, which is a tricky thing to do. So I certainly don't want to put myself in any corners with that. But there are plenty of games out there. I've actually just started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I know I'm a bit late to that party, but I started playing it. Sorry, 2 seconds. I started playing it, and I'm really enjoying it. And so something like that, I think, would be fun to turn into a movie.
That's the thing about Henry when he geeks out. He really geeks out. Sometimes even yapping away at the expense of his co-stars. Like the time when the Witcher cast sat down with EW for 2019 Comic-Con. All it took was one nudge, and Superman slipped straight into fanboy mode. Next thing you know, the poor girls beside him were so done, reduced to background NPCs.
I'm a big gamer, and so I had played the games a lot, and heard that we were adapting the books instead of the games, and so I went out and bought the books and read them all back to back very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's my experience. So it's very personal to me.
But that's just the Henry Cavill effect. He'd bore you into submission, and the girls would still thank him for it while blushing to oblivion. I mean, Now imagine this guy, this hardcore nerd unleashed in his natural habitat. This visit is Henry's endgame. He can hang up his cape, his sword, and his entire acting career, cause he legit died and went to heaven, aka the Warhammer world, the company's UK headquarters. Honestly, he could retire right there and be perfectly happy rolling dice for eternity. And that's the beauty of Cavill. He doesn't just love fantasy worlds, he actually lives in them. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Could you ever run into him online? Well, if you're in console, just log off, peasant. Drill it in your brain. Henry Cavill is the ultimate PC warrior. So if you're God's favorite, here's where you can get a showdown against him before he wipes the floor with you.
What else do you game? What else do you play?
I
else?
play PC games.
Okay.
Rather than console games.
Okay.
But Total War is a big one for me.
Okay.
It's like a strategic world conquest type thing. You know,
okay.
as one does.
So are you out there like where somebody's just gaming against you? They have no idea that they possibly are in a virtual world with Henry Cavill? Is
World
that
of
possible?
Warcraft? Yeah. Yeah, but that's the only online game I play for now.
Okay.
That and Overwatch.
If you had one chance to meet Cavill in a game, what would you want? Him on your squad or bragging rights for beating him, if you can? Drop your fantasies in the comments, and as always, hit the like and subscribe button so we can catch you in our next video.